Welcome back to another video. Today we are working on the S13 drift car. We're already into February and that means drifting is about to kick off in a big way. So we've got round one of Keep It Reek competition coming up this Saturday. It's Monday night here at the factory. So we better get stuck into this car and get her ready. So you guys would have seen last time, but we started our fuel setup. Got an awesome new surge tank and fuel pump setup, courtesy of Raceworks. If you didn't watch the last video of the setup, better go watch that one first. If you did watch the last video, you'll know that I decided my boot looks like rubbish compared to that Raceworks fuel setup. So we're going to be addressing that today. As you can see, we had a little attempt at getting some of the sound ending off, but that was no fun. I've used dry ice in the past and that definitely makes life a lot easier. Still a crap job, but definitely helps. So we've got ourselves a box of dry ice to help with that. Before we do that though, there's a couple of things I want to get done first. So got this factory piece that sticks out of the floor for bolting the spare in. I don't know about you guys, but I don't have a spare in the back of my drift car, so gonna get rid of that. I always end up throwing diffs and other crap in here, so it'll be handy to get rid of that anyway. The other thing I'm contemplating is getting rid of this section here, which is where the aerial used to bolt to, just to make hitting out dents and getting down to things a bit easier. This side has a lot more room. It's just got this little tiny piece here, so probably won't worry about that. Let's pull our nice new surge tank back out of the car so we don't damage or mark it, because we definitely don't want to be doing that. We've got our cans of paint from Bunnings we're going to be using. The good old trusty fiddly bits. Obviously we're still going to mark this boot up here and there, just throwing crap around in it anyway, but this will be nice and easy to hide stuff with and easy to touch up. And it's for damn sure going to look a lot better than this. Just this weekend gone, I've been up at Winton for Keep It Reek's practice day and had a lot of fun driving a few of my mates' cars then. So definitely got some footage for you guys and that's going to come out shortly. We got to try this new 3-footed monster and all I can say is this thing is a game changer and I'm so keen to get that video out for you guys. So it'll be after this one, but I'll get it done shortly in the next few weeks. So look forward to that. Almost went too far. So we ended up getting that quarter piece out. Wasn't too bad. Just drilled the spot welds out. Try not to drill all the way through them. Unfortunately, I don't have a spot weld drill bit, which essentially just has like a locating pin on the top of it and then an edge cutter. So you can go through the first layer of steel without cutting through the rest of it. Obviously with a normal drill bit, by the time the first layer is all the way through, you're already like halfway, if not all the way through the second layer. But we didn't do too badly. Drilled through one a bit. Did pretty good on all the others. Couldn't get to the spot welds behind this part, so just using the punch and basically hit it and got it to break away. Same with up top. Rip this off. Yep, nice. The fuck is the purpose of that? Is that supposed to be sand ending too? No idea. Anyway, so we'll get the rest of that off. Clean this up a little bit. I'm pretty pushed for time. Pretty much got to get the entire boot stuff done today. I got tune, not tomorrow night, the night after. Tomorrow night is getting everything wired up. So the whole entire boot prep, paint and everything has to be finished today. It's about 6:30 in the afternoon after a long day's work already and I've still got work tomorrow. So hopefully we can smash this out pretty quick. Famous last words. Got our Raceworks spanners again. Now to undo everything. I think it doesn't look like we tightened it all up anyway. Got the surge tank out. I'm not too worried about painting some of the wires, but I'm just going to pull the actual plug section over. Same with this side, just so that we can see the colours near the plug if we ever do need to look at that. but if the rest gets black, then she be right. The one other thing we're going to do is got to pull out the top of the coilover because I don't want to paint that. So I'll just undo the 4 top bolts and the 1 bottom bolt, pull the coilovers out. Because this is going to go to the dyno anyway, what I'm actually going to do is raise the car while I have the coilovers out, just wind them up, probably 30 or 40 mil. Make this thing 4-wheel drive because I always have trouble getting my car on the dyno, so for a change, if I'm going to take them out anyway, might as well raise them up. We're getting there. Slowly but surely, bit by bit, we're making progress. Obviously, it's never going to be a show car, but we're trying to make it as nice as we can for what it is. I've cleaned up the old residue for the sound deadening with the wire wheel. Did remove most of the sound deadening from the first fuel setup, but we've got a bit to go. So I've got a little bit here, and I believe this is different stuff, but same sort of sound deadening there. And there's also sound deadening on the tubs, which I tried to pull off, and at first it felt like it was going to come off alright, but it was only this section that was dipped in. I kind of regret trying to pull them off now. I think I should have just painted over the top, but anyway, we're there now, so we'll try and pull that off. So the dry ice is working wonders on the flat section, but I cannot find a way of holding the dry ice onto this for very long. I did try it off camera for a bit on one section, but it didn't seem to make any difference to getting this stuff off. I know it really works quite well on the stuff that's on the flat ground and on the body normally. This stuff is a pain in the ass, so I have reverted to an air chisel because hammer and chisel was taking forever. So I've got to be careful that I don't go through the metal or dint it, but this should speed the process up a little bit. If it wasn't for these side pieces, I'm literally just that section of sound deadening off, sand, and we are ready for paint. But it's going to be at least an hour or 2 more just trying to get this side stuff off. So anyway, wish me luck, let's get to it. Much later now, guys. I haven't really had the time to film much because I'm just running out of time to get everything done today, but I've spent the last couple hours trying to take off all that sound deadening crap off the sides and everything as well. Finished wire wheeling everything as best I can. The last step before we sand and get ready for paint is to prep sol everything and try and clean off whatever remains of glue. Then blow out the mess that I've made in the boot, and hopefully we'll be ready for paint. It is so hot in here, but I'm nearly there. We're actually finally ready for paint. So I've scotch-brighted what I can down the back on the alloy. Paint prepped and wiped down everything that I can. It's getting dark in here, even with my light. It's now 10:30 at night. I started this at 5:30 after work today. I am beat, but I am determined to get black paint on the damn boot tonight. Anyway, in the words of Taylor Ray, let's jibber jabber, let's get to it. First coat of paint finally down. So this is just an adhesion coat, very light. It'll be patchy in spots, but we can start to see. All our hard work is gonna pay off. I did honestly probably go quite above and beyond in terms of cleaning up a lot of crap. Like, this boot is never gonna be perfect. It's not a show car. and it's going matte black anyway. So yes, I probably wasted a good hour or more cleaning up crap I didn't need to, but we might as well do it as nice a job as we can. With the power of YouTube, my hours of work today have turned into minutes for you guys, and I'll see you in just a sec to continue tomorrow for another day of S13 boot things. This time I have my mate Elijah with me again. He's come to do the hard stuff as usual. Battery back in, nothing's really changing with that. That's all mounted back as it was. But Elijah's had everything with him at home, working on some wizardry here. So we've got a much neater fuse and relay block now.
Big fuses.
Big fuses. And if you didn't know, it's Lazaro Motorsports. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
So, Lazaro Motorsport, and he's got a nice laser cut logo in there. So, woo, hit him up if you need any fab work. He's busy as hell. Working at my crap. So today we're gonna get the wiring back in it. Hopefully get this car fired up again, and yeah, we'll be ready for tune tomorrow. You. So I bolted the coilovers back in. They're raised up to get us on the dyno tomorrow. And it means it's finally time to put our Raceworks surge tank back in for the final time. Yoo! Keen as hell to see how this boot's coming along. Oh yeah. Wow.
Now you can't see.
You can't see shit. So I've just want to put our battery earth back on. Always remember, if you painted surfaces like I did, remember to clean off that paint before you put your ground on it. You don't want issues with bad grounds. They cause all kinds of stupid wiring gremlins and issues that are almost undiagnosable. Cannot tell you the amount of times I've heard horror stories of people with wiring issues that always usually ends up being a bad ground somewhere in the system. So make sure you got good grounds. So our new lift pump is ready to go in. This is the high volume, low pressure pump we talked about in the last video. I also have the factory fuel level sensor again, which means I should have a working fuel gauge. So hopefully I'll start running out of fuel. Very keen for that. The two holes that I had up there for the original bulkheads, Elijah's welded up all neatly. So we have no leaks. Let's go put it in. Look at that, Elijah. One shot.
Fuel gauge.
Yeah! Woo! Giving our cover a little bit of paint. Went for metallic grey, given everything in the boot is black. It doesn't look so dark in real life, but you can't see crap on camera. Okay, it's a little bit dark in real life too. But this should break it up nicely. And then I can go mark that up. Elijah's doing a magnificent job on the wiring. So obviously everything is being, what's the word? Nicely sheathed that I can. So this is all bolted up now. Nearly finished. We're in the final stages. We're getting there.
Yeah, almost done.
Almost done.
We started in like, I don't know, half an hour maybe?
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, it is like, you know, 20 past 10, been here since 7 AM. So another long night in the workshop. So hopefully it's not too much longer. Yeah, me too, I'm tired. Yeah, you bastard. Let's see if we've got a working fuel gauge. Plug her in, mate. Whoop. Whoop. Look at me hitting every button under the sun. I was hitting the wipers and shit. Look at her go. She's climbing. You. Loves it. That means all my gauges work again, except speedo, because you know, who needs that? A1. Everything's coming together and it's time to see if we've done our job correctly, or more specifically, Elijah's done his job correctly, because we're testing the wiring out. If our lift pump works. So I've unplugged the fuse for the main pumps because we need to fill the surge tank first. Ignition on, and fingers crossed we hear some noise. Are you ready? Oh, my ignition was already on the whole time. I thought so. Did it turn on? Oh. It's off now, are you ready? Nah?
No, it might be really quiet. No?
Can you feel it?
Okay.
Man, That's on, that's silent. We had one wire connected wrong. Hopefully, we hear some noise this time. Ready? Yeah. I still hear nothing. It's too many hours later. We're all going delirious because there was a wiring gremlin, which ended up being one crimp within the system that screwed us up, but it's fixed now and we're ready to try and see if this thing starts. I did have a little nap on a hoist. All right, ready, let's go. Can I actually start it? It's all plugged in. All right. Question. It keeps pumping. Yeah. It doesn't turn off.
Definitely off.
No, I just turned the key off before. Ready?
Turn on.
Yeah, just get going, go. What does this mean? Yeah, it runs.
So you use your arm like that?
Yeah.
When it's cold?
Yeah. Runs like a dream. Day number 3, guys, and that means it's dyno day. I am wrecked, but I am extremely excited because our car is working. Check out how good this setup came out. So we've even got all the wiring all nicely cloth taped up. Everything done all neatly. There's no more wires jangled over everywhere now. All the relay blocks and everything on the side of the battery. Everything is nice and neatly plumbed up and wired up for the surge tank. I am extremely happy with how everything came out on this car. I'm very happy we went the extra mile and did what we did with the boot. Painting it and getting everything looking schmick definitely made all the difference. Elijah's wiring job is neat as. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Anyway, I'd love to keep jibber jabbering, but I'm late for the dyno, so let's get cracking. So we're all done, and we made 1,000,000 kilowatts. I don't know if you can see that, but she made 231.5, and last time it made 251. I'll clarify, this is a very low reading dyno, but yeah, she's dropped a little power. She's dropped 2 PSI, and that's max duty cycle on the wastegate. So low numbers, but they're respectable enough numbers, and the car feels good, and that's what matters the most. So anyway, she's healthy, ready to send on Saturday. Road test, success! So she's back from the dyno. The race day is tomorrow. We're doing the final little things right now. We're just servicing the car. As always, we're running our Martini Synth 60. It's basically a 5W60 racing oil. I always run this oil in all my SR20s, whether they're stock, built, T28 or G25 550. This oil is killer. So that's all done, ready to go. I wasn't gonna waste your time showing you that. We got a special gift from Raceworks to go in the car. It hasn't shown up yet, should get it tonight, but we've got Raceworks steering wheel to go in it. Suede with a deep dish, so now that I'm driving with gloves, I prefer suede over leather, so keen to get that in there. Quick alignment on it. A few little changes since last time, took a little bit of camber out of the front. I have actually, shockingly, get ready for this, I have raised my car. I know, you wouldn't read about it, but it is a whole 15 mil higher. I know, there's a guard gap at the front now. And it's only tucking tyre, not rim at the rear. So I raised it up to get it on the dyno, as I think I said earlier, and realized that max height on this car is not very high. That is full height. So all I've decided to do is raise up the front a little bit. More so just for curiosity's sake, I just want to see if there's much of a difference I notice. And yeah, just see how she goes. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. I know there's a bunch of stuff in this from a few different days, but we've got everything done and we're ready to slay at the track tomorrow. So I'll see you guys in that video. You.